Hi, welcome to my bee tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make a little queen bee, which will hopefully be available soon as a kit. So what you need to do is, to start off with, is get some of the black wool. So you want your bee to be around 6 centimeters in length. So get some wool, some black wool, sorry. And what you need to do first, if you don't think it is big enough, when you've done the main body, you can always add wool. So it's better to maybe use a bit less wool instead of, it's easier to add wool than to take away wool. So okay then, so start with a piece about this big of black wool, and you're gonna roll it. And as you're rolling, you tuck in the ends like this, and then get your needle and needle felt it around its body and turn it around, and then just tuck the wool in. You can see I've tucked the wool in, needle felting it in, little bits of fluff. And so now I'm just creating the bee's body. So if you can see, I keep turning it around whilst I'm felting. I'm not putting loads of pressure on. The needle, and tuck the wool in. I love making these bees. They're so easy to make and they're so popular. There's a lot of bee lovers out there, and I'm one of them. So see, it's taking shape. So you don't want the bee's body to be too soft, so you want it felted quite well. So it's a bit too soft, so carry on felting. I'd say for about a few minutes to get it firm, felted in firmly. If you can hear snoring, it's my little dog Arthur. He's fast asleep. He's just been on a walk in the snow. He's a bit tired. He hates walking in the snow. I don't know whether it's because he's a bit lazy or maybe he doesn't like the feel of it. But he still likes to go on a walk. But then he's not quite sure when he's walking in the snow. I don't like walking in the snow, that's for sure. I keep thinking I'm going to fall and injure myself. Okay, so see the body's coming on? Just needs a bit more. Just measure this, so my measuring tape. So this is like not written in stone, the measurement. I will just roughly do them about 6 centimeters. It's about 6 centimeters. You can do them a bit bigger or a bit smaller, it's up to you. When I do the kit, there should be enough for 2 bees. So if you want to do one huge bee, you can do. And one huge bee with tiny wings. just give him a squeeze for, yeah, he's coming on nicely. So then pick which side of the bee that you're wanting its face to be. So I'm thinking this because it's a bit wider. Pick the one that's a bit wider, and then I'm going to add a little bit more wool on the front of his face. Don't think it's wide enough. So I'm just adding a bit more. See, I'm just adding a bit more, buttoning it down. Yeah, this looks a lot wider. I think I might just add a little bit more because I do like my bees to have quite a biggish face. Like I said, it's a lot easier adding the wool than taking wool away. Everything will be provided in the kit for you to make your bee. Needle, little mat, the wings, the crown, the little antennae. Okay, so that's his face. So now what I do next is add the yellow fluff and do his little bum, and then we'll move on to the next stage. So we get some yellow fluff. Just take a small section, half that small section I'd say, like that, and then want to go a bit that side of the bee, quarter from its face I'd say, and get the needle as it's like that, lay it down, felt it in the middle. So if you can see, I'm felting it in the middle, and then what I do is lift both ends up like that until I get a line. So I'll do the next bit exactly the same. Felt it in the middle, lift the bits up, more, felt in the middle, lift your little bits up a bit more, felt in the middle, lift your bits up. Don't worry if you have little gaps because you can always add them. So this is the sunflower stage. Looks like a little sunflower. So you don't have to do it all the way around. It's up to you. You can do if you want, but I don't. And then get the scissors and cut the top. This is the bit that makes it really fluffy. Cut the top bits off. These nice and fluffy. And then just tidy it up a bit. If there's any little, just tidy it up a bit. If there's any little gaps, then just fill them in with a bit more fluff. Now get your black wool and do exactly the same. Lay it down, felt it in the middle, felt in the middle, lift it up. And we're doing it in a line, remember? Another bit on this side, felt it in the middle and lift up. On this side, to the middle and lift up. It's a bit more. So I'm just doing exactly the same as what I did with the yellow wool. And then again, I'm cutting, he's giving him a haircut. I love this bit, this makes him so fluffy. Here we go. And then we do the last one, which is yellow again. So just do exactly the same. Felting in the middle and then lift up. Felting in the middle again and lifting it up. It's the same process. You're just repeating the same process 3 times. 2 yellow and 1 black. Right. And then we do his little haircut. There we go. All fluffy and cute. Right. So I'm just tidying him up a little bit. See if there's any gaps. Securing the wool in a bit better. I see a little bit of a gap here, so I'm just filling it a bit more yellow. Tiny little gap there, do the same, a little bit more fluff. Right, and now for his bum. So need some white wool for this bit. Get some white wool, turn on his bum bit, and then we just give it a little twirls and felt it in. A bit more. Just give it a little, see, I'm just giving the wool a bit of a little twirl so it gives it a bit more texture. Missed a bit here. That's your little bum bit done. More to tuck in, just tidying it up. And you can also just give it a little bit of a trim so it's a bit fluffy. Okay, so now we've got the bee's body done. Now I'm just gonna do his eyes. So this will be in the kit as well. These are 4mm eyes that I use. So what we need to do is make some holes. I've got a hole maker. So if you haven't got one of these, you can just use the needle. Just stab it quite a few times to make a hole. It's fine, works the same. Okay, so decide where you want your eyes. It's like there. A few stabs there and there. I always give it a trial first before I add the glue, so I always put them in and test that it looks okay before I add the glue. Because me and glue don't get on very well. Okay, right. So I think he looks great. So now take the eyes out and I add, you can use any glue. PVA is fine, any craft glue is fine. I tend to use a tiny bit of super glue, which I can't tell you how many times I've stuck my fingers together. A really good tip is, if that happens to you, Vaseline, rub a bit of Vaseline. It's like magic, your fingers just come unstuck. But that probably doesn't happen to you, it probably just happens to me. Right, so now just get a tiny bit of super glue. I'll just do this bit on. Just get a bit of, I don't want to get it on my mat, so just put a tiny bit of super glue on the ends. Or as I said, you can use any glue, any craft glue will do. And then that's one done. Come on. Right, where's it gone? Sometimes you can't see it. There it is. There we go. So the eyes have gone in beautifully. What I like to do is, I love to give my bees little eyebrows. You don't have to do it, but I think it looks really effective. So what I do is, this is how I make them. I get tiny little bit of black wool, maybe half that for each eyebrow, and then I just get my needle, stab it in the middle, and then just gather the wool in on itself, and do the same with the other one. Stab it in the middle and just gather the wool in on itself, so it makes like kind of a little square. And then when I take it off, it's like a bit fluffy on one end, which is great because I think it just looks like fluffy eyebrows, bushy eyebrows. Get in a bit. And then what I do is, so they should look a bit like that. You get the eyebrow and I place it like on top of the eye, like that. On top of the eye, a little bit over the top of the eye, and then I felt the two corners in. You see how effective that is? Little eyebrow. And just do the same on the other side. Put it at the top, and then just felt in the corners. A little bit at the back. You don't want to felt it too much in, otherwise the wool will disappear. So a bit at the back and at the corners. So now my little bee's got a lot of character. Now to add the wings. So get these wings in the kit. All you need to do is dab a bit of super glue. You do need to use super glue for this part, and you stick them on top. So I'll show you how to do that. Make sure you put the glue on the parts. So you want the bigger wing at the front and the smaller wing at the back. So I can't tell you how many times I've done it the wrong way around. So, right. So I normally put them around the black part of the bee in the middle. So I'm going to put a little bit of super glue on that side, and then put it where I want it and hold it down. So hold it down for a minute, and then just do the same on the other side. There we go. And then the same on the other side. Hold it down for a minute. There we go. Now his wings are attached. And now for the antennae. So this will come in the kit as well. These are great. When I make some bees that I sell on my Etsy shop, and I normally make my own antennae, but it's quite a lengthy process. It involves felter's wax, melting felter's wax and getting the wool, dipping it in and shaping it to how you want it. But this is a lot easier, obviously it's already made for you. So how you attach that, get a little bit of black wool, pinch the corner like this, and then if you do that, it'll make them stand up like that. But if you don't want them like that, you can just felt it in the middle and have them dangling down or up. Depends how you, but I prefer to pinch them in the middle so they're like this, and put it at the front of the bee's face like that, and get my bit of fluff and felt it, secure it in the wool. Just get a bit more. can see. There we have him. How cute is he? Now, check his wings glued on well. That's good. They're fine. And then I always just tidy him up a little bit with a bit more extra felted, extra bit of wool in the middle to fluff him up a bit more. And just cut it. There he is, cute little bumblebee. Just tidying him up a bit. And I didn't know whether to make him her or him or her the queen bee. So for the kit, so this is just a tester. I've got a little crown here to see if it looks cute. So oh, I think she looks cute. I think that works well. I could add it to the kit, and it's up to you if you want to add it or not. Could put it between the antennae. Oh, it's really cute. I think I'll add it. What do you think? Yeah. So to add this is very easy. You just put a little bit of super glue around the edges. And be careful not to get it on your fingers, hands. Just let me get my right, so I've added the super glue. Now I just need to get onto the bee, hold it down. See, got a tiny bit on my finger. I can't help myself. There you are. Voila. Queen bee. I must say, she's very cute. So yes, hopefully all I need to do now is make the kit, and she'll be for sale in my Etsy shop. Hashtag cute charms. Cute Charms by Tania, Etsy. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll put it on YouTube as well, so subscribe, and like my Facebook page, hashtag cute charms, and see you later. I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you, bye.